Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley from South Jackson, Tennessee, or in the Bemis area on 3rd Street, ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. It was a weather active night last night here in West Tennessee in the Mid-South area. That's why I was unable to do a YouTube. I was so busy posting the various warnings for the area that I had to settle for that. But I'm back tonight though. There were a few tornado touchdowns in parts of West Tennessee, mainly up around Union City area. I believe it was over toward Clarksville, Tennessee, one up in Kentucky, I believe it was, and one over in Arkansas as well that did some damage in those locations. It might have been a minor touchdown here in Madison County as well. I heard sort of in the downtown area, somewhere around the Beach Bluff community and those areas, but I haven't heard of any confirmed touchdowns or damage reports from that area, and I haven't seen any posted on Facebook or Twitter either yet. There's been a lot of flash flooding going on around the area. That's believable by all means. Matter of fact, yesterday's rainfall total put me at a record-breaking wettest February on record, which I'll get to that momentarily. Alright, just a little quick summary. It was a close cloudy day today. Had no rain during the daylight hours at least, but more is coming by Wednesday. So we've broken the record already, so this is going to make the number even higher. But more about that then. Yesterday, for Saturday, the low temperature here in Bemis was 55 degrees. Yesterday's high was 76 degrees. Well, that felt good. It was a little touch on the cool side since it's so cloudy, but it did get up to 76, like I mentioned. Yesterday had, I believe it was 82 hundredths of an inch of rainfall yesterday up to midnight, of course, 11:59 p.m. And that puts me up to 10.90. Well, technically I had 400s today, so that puts me up to 10.94 inches of rainfall for the month of February. And the old wettest February record was 10.82 inches in the year 2003. I said 13 the other night on the video by accident. Should be 2003. So we've got it beat by a little over 12 hundredths roughly, but still a record. 1/100th would be enough to make it a record, extra of course. But 10.94 inches so far, and more coming Wednesday. Alrighty. Now it got a little windy, of course, yesterday as well. The highest wind gust at the Jackson Airport was 43 miles per hour, and that occurred at 8:20 p.m. Yesterday's hottest high in West Tennessee was 77 degrees down in Savannah, Tennessee, while the coolest temperature was 55 degrees, and that occurred right here in Bemis at the Jackson, Tennessee Airport and at Union City, Tennessee. Alright, now for today's climate data summary. As of 5 p.m., the skies were cloudy. The temperature was 52 degrees at that time. I checked it just a few minutes ago, about 8:25, and it's down to 49 degrees now here on 3rd Street in Bemis. At 5 o'clock, the dew point was 42 degrees. The humidity was 69%. The wind was out of the northeast at 3. Excuse me. And the pressure was 30.10 inches of mercury. And like I mentioned, or I didn't mention today's low and high. I forgot to look at it. Low this morning, 46 degrees. Today's high, 56 degrees. I was hoping for 58. It didn't quite make it. 56 under cloudy, gloomy conditions. That's what I call it. The rainfall, like I mentioned, 0.04 of an inch here since midnight, taking me up to, like I said, 10.94 inches of rain for the month of February, and it is the wettest one on record. All right, the lowest humidity today would be 51% at 3 p.m. The highest would be 97% at 1 a.m. Lowest barometric pressure would be 29.91 inches. That occurred at 12 a.m., while the highest would be 30.15 inches, and that occurred at 10 a.m. Today's highest wind gust was 26 miles per hour out of the northwest at 4 a.m. Records for today, February 25th, hottest high would be 79 degrees. Whew, wouldn't that feel good? That happened in 1981. The coldest high would be 25. Ooh, that would be cold, wouldn't it? That happened in 1965. Warmest low would be 59, and that happened in the year 2000. And the coldest low would be 9 degrees, and that happened in 1967. We actually have a low rainfall record amount, but it still stands. Rainfall record would be 0.62 of an inch, and that fell in 1992. A rather low amount, but still a record. And the snowfall record. We had 1 inch of snow today back in 1963. 1 inch of snow here in Jackson on February 25th of 1963. Alrighty, I would mention something. I probably couldn't bring it up to you if I wanted to. James Spann, he's a meteorologist with a TV station down in Birmingham, Alabama, I think. One of those stations down there. And he showed on his Twitter post a picture of 1 year ago today down there where he said they had a foot of snow down there. Amazing. Down in that part of Alabama, too. A foot of snow 1 year ago today down in parts of Alabama. We get a little bit of it here, but not near as much, but a different year. Like I said, one inch today back in 1963. But according to James Spann, portions of Alabama got a foot of snow. If I read it right, 1 year ago today. Yeah, 1 year ago today, last year. And a real nice picture of everything covered with snow. That's just amazing to me. Well, I touched on it without being able to show you. I should have brought that account up. Now, I don't have Twitter actually brought up. Let me see if I can find it. Hopefully it won't mess up my computer recording too bad. Let me bring up Twitter and look for James Spann and see if I can find a picture of that for you. Lord, I'm going to have to type all that in. Oh, gosh, I'm going to have to move everything around. Oh, I didn't know I was about to do all that. James. Is it going to automatically... James, no. Spann. I might not be able to bring him up since I don't follow him because he's not allowed to have any more. Every James Spann's coming up at the one I want. That sounds about right. Let me try. I'm going to have to cut something loose. Never mind. You know what? On second thoughts, it's not going to do me right. So never mind. You're going to have to take my word for it that I saw it, and I know you do. It was a good picture. I should have shared it over. I don't think I shared it over to my Twitter account. I should have. Yeah, I did. Matter of fact, I did. That's what I should have brought up. Well, I did bring Twitter up. Let me see if I can find it on mine. I think I shared it on mine. A beautiful sunset. I did get that picture. I took some picture of those tornadoes around the area. If you want to go to, here it is. Up to 1 foot of snow covered northern Alabama on this date 3 years ago. I'm sorry, 3 years ago. Let me turn my camera around and you can see it. Even it's not a picture of here. It's the portions of northern Alabama, according to James Spann. That's weather amazing, don't you think? Even that much snow. 3 years ago, up to 1 foot, he said, covered portions of northern Alabama. Dang, that's thick. 3 years ago, what would that be? 2015, I think. Yeah, we've had some snowfall records here in Jackson for that year. There's a way it looked. Damn, that does look a little deep there. Oh, that's all of them, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that one. There you are. You saw the pictures yourself. That's what I was talking about. And again, in northern Alabama in 2015. What a difference 3 years can make. Alright, well, now that I've already got that on, I might as well leave it turned around and show you some of the other graphs I was going to show you. I didn't mean to get off on snow that heavy after just having some tornadoes. Speaking of that, let me show you some of the pictures I've got posted on mine. That's a picture of some spring. Oh, Lord, I'm so eager for spring to get started around here. I'm sure a lot of you are too. I love those flowers when they bloom out pink like that. Beautiful. That's a picture of some bush. I can't tell what city that was from. Doesn't say on the beginning either. Okay, that's a pretty spring like that. That's a picture of the tornado damage over near Kaiser, Arkansas. You heard about that hotel that got damaged. Hamilton Inn, I think, or one of those inns over there, motels. That's some of the damage there. Well, that's the rough looking pictures there. Yeah, let's see. Ridgeway Inn, I think, that's the name of it. Over there in, I think it was Kaiser, Arkansas. And you see some pictures of damage over there. Whew, tore that place up, didn't it? My goodness. And some damage to some, that looked like an apartment or house complex or something. Tore that front end out or the back end one. It looks like the front end of a duplex, I guess. That's what it looks like. Alright. That's the next one. Oh, yeah, I guess Kaiser, Arkansas. Apparently not too big of a town down there, over there, whether in Arkansas. Just thought I'd show you that as well. What's the next picture? I got another one, I think. That's another one of Kaiser. That's the house, and that's the actual photo of the tornado while it was doing its thing over there. Kind of weird looking. Oh, there, I finally saw it. And there you see what it looks like according to this person's Jim's, whatever that name is. I don't know if I can. Jim, Spiewak. I'll just spell it instead of trying to pronounce it. That's a picture of that funnel cloud tornado weather when it touched down over there in Kaiser, Arkansas. Courtesy of Channel 13 out of Memphis. Jim Sellepak? No, that may be the meteorologist down there, Jim Sellepak. Is that his name? I was thinking his name was something else. Maybe it is Jim Sellepak down with Channel 13. No, that's a different person. He's an investigative reporter. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mainly get the wrong people in mind there. Here's another one in Kaiser. In Osceola, Arkansas too. Okay. I forgot about that one. There's some damage in Osceola, Arkansas. Both of these locations are west of the Mississippi River, west of Jackson, of course. There's pretty good sized damage over there. Looks like the hotel back there in the background, maybe. Let me see that hotel back there. Okay. I don't know if it's the same one that had the damage or not. Apparently so. Or that's a little bit more of the one of those two cities. I'm not sure which one. Whew, that's some pretty heavy damage there, isn't it? Alright, let me see what else is on. Oh, that's the beautiful sunset that Steve Soles, a friend of mine who lives out south in South Jackson, he took a picture of the sunset this evening from downtown, from the corner of Highland and Main Street. Pretty picture, taken at about 6:46 p.m. this evening. I thought it was real pretty. The sun trying to come out at the tail end of the day, which is usual after fronts go through. But it's a pretty sunset there. Alright, I guess I better move on to the other stuff. Okay, you saw those pictures I wanted you to see. And it go to the radar. Finally, it's a little old now. Let me see if I can update it without messing up my video. Sometimes when I do this, it messes it up. Channel 3. Doggone it, I knew there was somebody I forgot to bring up. Channel 3 is a real good radar, and I forgot to bring it up. But the weather services is pretty good too. There's just not up to the minute like Channel 3's is. Channel 7's in Jackson, it's usually 10 minutes off. You know, it updates it roughly every 10 minutes, which is still not bad. But Channel 3 is right there on the money. And I don't want to brag on them a whole lot either, necessarily. But I like those as right there, then and there, as quick as you can get it. This one's as of 8:44, which is really not that long ago. 4 or 5 minutes ago? That's not too bad. 4, 5, 6, 3 minutes ago. Hey, that's pretty close too. That's not doing too bad for the weather service. As you can see why we're cloudy all day. The rain's down south of us, has been all day. Mostly down around the Oxford, Mississippi area, which is down in here. We're way up here, about 100 miles or so south of us, because there's Tupelo over here. Tupelo has been in the rain business today, too. And it hadn't been too far east of us, right along the Tennessee River, basically. Along and east of the river, and is heading on east, so we got stuck in the clouds while roughly 100 miles, maybe roughly 100 miles east of us, if that far, 75 to 100 miles east of us and 100 miles south of us, got some rain today. We'll get into our share of that again toward Wednesday. More rain, that is. Alright, let me get a wide view here. Might as well, since I'm on it. It's a pretty good area of rain to the south of us, as you can see there. I'm just going to leave the camera like it is. It looks like that's good enough for my purpose. But all this rain down in here is moving this way. If it was moving this way, we'd be into it tonight, but it didn't. Moving this way. It's straddling the fence, and if you can call that a fence. Right, almost just south of I-40, but just a little further south than I-40. Anybody in the south of this line that I'm imaginarily drawing, it's going to have still a chance for rain tonight. Everybody north of there, which includes us here in West Tennessee, nah, we're okay. For tonight, anyways. Alright, let me see what this one is. Let me go to the satellite picture. Alright, that's the most recent one there. And as you can see, the hose, that looks like that's as close to the state as I've ever seen it. As you can see, the clouds moving up on this one. That other one is not as good at night as this one is. AccuWeather's enhanced version, that is. Now, their radar's okay, but their satellite's off a little bit at night. Well, to me, you can't see it as good. This one you can see pretty good. There's still quite a few clouds to go through here in West Tennessee, as you can see. The clearing line is roughly around Little Rock, Arkansas, and points west. Maybe Mountain Home, which is the north central part of Arkansas. Maybe Mountain Home might be clear. It may not be far from Jonesboro. Jonesboro still might be cloudy, but they may actually be clear over there within the next hour or two, or before midnight for sure. Our clear skies will probably come a little bit before, a little after midnight. I'd say anywhere between 1 and 3 a.m. is probably when the skies will be clear here, or should be clear here, put it that way. If it's still cloudy at daylight, slow down a little bit. The clearing line did. But we should have plenty of sunshine when it comes up in the morning. We should. So, and also feel a little bit better too. Still be kind of cool, but it's going to feel alright though. Alright, what's next? Go ahead and look at the AccuWeather's radar. It's looks similar to the one we just looked at, the weather services. And all. It just, let me pull it over here so you can see it a little bit better. Let me lift. There we go. I need to start lifting this box up instead of the camera itself and moving it around. It does a whole lot better doing it like that. Raining in East Tennessee, it looks like. I never went out that far a while ago. Johnson City, Knoxville, Chattanooga, they're getting into the heavy rain business tonight over in East Tennessee, or at least Southeast Tennessee anyways. Northern Alabama is really getting it good tonight, Huntsville and Florence. Now down in Mississippi from Tupelo down to Greenville and points south of there. It's raining pretty heavy down there in Mississippi. And we're lucky we didn't get that today, I guess. Rain's getting close to the Madison County according to this one. A little block down there on the southern edge of Madison County. Unless that's a false echo. I ain't gonna try to bring up channel 3. I'm afraid if I do any more bringing up, I'll mess up the video. Well, let me look at the. I don't want to branch out. I'd rather get closer. Memphis, that close won't be close enough to Madison County, so never mind. Let's go to Weather Underground. Yeah, that'd be good enough. They usually have a pretty good map. Oh my Lord. They went way good gracious. Why do they do that? I must be clicking on something and it's going through a little too far. Alright, let me get more local here. There you see the front is just to the east of us that's causing all that rain and clouds continuously. And that actually branches on to a low up in New York and on up into Canada to Hudson Bay, on out into the Atlantic and on down to Mexico actually. And there's the fronts out west if you'd like to know about them, and in the northwest part of the country. Get an idea of where it's raining there. Now their radar is real good too, and I don't have it moving because it's a little slow on that. I am going to get a little closer so you can see it a little bit better though. Now that's pretty good right there, matter of fact. There's a heavy rain down in Louisiana, Mississippi. They're raining pretty heavy down there. That must have been a false echo around Jackson because this one's not showing anything in southern Madison County. You might see a radar update here in just a moment. Weather Underground usually updates their radar about roughly every 5 minutes, which is still there. It just did one. It might be raining definitely northern Alabama. I'm on over into central North Carolina, and it's really heavy on down here in Mississippi. My goodness, raining hard down in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Madison County, Mississippi. Not Tennessee, but Mississippi. It's raining pretty hard down there. They're expecting some more heavy rain toward Wednesday and down in that area. but nothing here in Jackson according to them. It might be down there near Saltillo and those areas, Milledgeville, maybe Savannah. Savannah might be too far west. I don't know. Hard to tell on that one. Well, let me get one more close look. Let's go closer than that. There we go. More toward Parsons. Now Parsons way on up there. But that's another view. Let me see if I can get it to where I can get a... Whoa, look at all that heavy rain down in Mississippi. My gosh. It looks real heavy on this map. And not severe. I'm sure there's it's right between Tupelo and Clarksdale, Mississippi. Tupelo is getting light rain down there right now. And Jackson, Mississippi is getting some heavy rain right now. As of 8:55, oh, my favorite show comes on at 9 o'clock, so I better hurry up. I had to make a little joke here about it. And there's nothing going on here in Jackson. Wasn't expecting anything either. Alright, let me get a better view so that you can see what I'm seeing. Alright, let me focus on West Tennessee and then come down here. Well, it's raining pretty good down there, my friends. But it's moving northeast, remember. It's not moving our way. Alright, what is this? Alright, that's the next thing I wanted to go on to the forecast. Yeah, if I could ever get it out. Alright, let me read a couple of days to you, then I'll let it go. Right now it's going to be mostly cloudy, but it's going to become very cloudy before too long, and probably become fair near or shortly after midnight. And it'll be mostly clear tomorrow, by the way. Now, we should have nice sunshine tomorrow. And let me see if I can figure that where you can kind of read it. Maybe you can read it right along with me if I do that. I can see it a little bit better now. Mostly clear tomorrow morning. Low near 41. There's going to be a little on the cool side. Like I said, it's 49 degrees as of 7:25, I believe it was. Or was it 8:25? Might have been 8:25. High tomorrow about 64. This is going to feel a whole lot better than today's 56 with sunshine. Even with a little bit of north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, it's not going to feel all that bad tomorrow. Thank God. The sun be rising in the morning at 6:29. Be setting tomorrow evening at 5:48. The moon will be setting tomorrow morning at 2:48 a.m. and be rising tomorrow afternoon at 2:17 p.m. 2:17 p.m. and set Tuesday morning at 3:48 a.m. All right. Move on to Tuesday, fair skies, low near 38, high near 70. Woo! I love those 70s. South winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. There you see the sunrise and sunset time. Maybe you can see it clear enough. And on Wednesday, rain returns, 90% chance, mostly cloudy skies with rain and thunderstorms possible once again. And I saw an earlier projection on Twitter of near 2.5 inches on Wednesday. That's going to put me up close to, I'm already almost right at 11 inches. Right near it, 11, 12, 13, dang, almost 14, 15 inches of rain if the 2.5 inches actually happens Wednesday. We'll see. We should have a low near 54 and a high of 65. At least the temperatures aren't going to be too terrible. South winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour Wednesday. Thursday, one more day of a little bit of rain, a 50% chance till about noon, mostly cloudy, then becoming fair during the afternoon hours, with a low near 54 and a high of 60. Well, it's going to be kind of windy Thursday. West winds at about 20 miles per hour, gusting to 40 miles per hour, so a wind advisory might be needed by Thursday. Alright, by the way, the full moon's complete on March the 1st, Thursday. Yeah, we're almost out of February. My goodness, March is just around the corner. Okay, and go ahead and give you Friday. Fair skies, March the 2nd. Low of 36, high of 57. Winds north at 10 to 20. Next Saturday, mostly clear. Next Saturday and Sunday, March the 3rd and 4th. Low near 35 Saturday, high of 61 Saturday. Low of 37 Sunday morning and a high of 65 next Sunday. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more warmer next Sunday, minus the low. It had that the low of 37's a little low there. That's not far from freezing, matter of fact. 35 Saturday morning. I'll be glad them highs are more, lows are more like 55 instead of 35. We might have to go a couple of weeks longer before we get with lows down in the 50s, or that warm weather. Well, anyways, I think that's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for watching and viewing, and I appreciate everybody's subscribing to my channel on YouTube and all your nice comments you leave. I apologize for not getting to you more often, but oh well. Things happen sometimes, but maybe I can get back to you on a fairly regular basis. Anyways, last night was due to bad weather, but at least we've got okay weather tonight. A little on the cool side, but oh well. Okay, I better hush. Thanks again for tuning in. Thank you. Good night. Sweet dreams, and God bless you, and we'll talk to you later. Let me take these off. Makes a better picture.